spent in a miserable way.
U.S. News: Trump administration sees limitations on reuniting migrant families. Los Angeles Times. The Trump administration says it would require extraordinary effort to reunite what may be thousands of migrant children who have been separated from their parents, and, even if it could, the children would likely be emotionally harmed.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.